Yeah, just read my story. It's beautiful.
The baby cries. Mr. Julian goes to comfort the baby. The baby points to the book in the crib, but Mr. Julian doesn't want to read a damn baby book, so instead he's gonna go make up his own story. First, Mr. Julian goes over to his computer and into Google Doc and turns on voice typing because he doesn't want to type this whole story out for a stupid contest. Then he writes an entire story using voice typing, cough, cough, and reads it back to the baby. I'm so scared. Where's the murder gonna come into?
Go.
I'm scared. Once upon a time, in a world far away from you and anyone else you love, there was a ninja, but not an ordinary. He was the ninja who had the most ridiculous name ever possibly created, Joe. So yeah, Joe the ninja. Ninjago goes out and heals his grandpa's deadly illness because it's said to be a magical sap in the enchanted forest. Cut to the enchanted forest. Wait, so you're actually making this like a whole role play?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna have to change a lot of this so far.
Okay, just go.
As he walks into the forest, he sees many things. A goblin stealing a dog from a baby walrus, fighting a water creature that looks kind of like a worm, and an ugly guy we call Raven. No correlation to anyone in real life. Yeah, totally. Joe then walks up to Raven and says, "Hey, you are ugly. You must know the place." Raven says something like, "Yeah, sure I do," and then goes on and on about all his past goals. Yeah, it sounds like something he would do. At this moment, Mr. Julian realizes he was supposed to make this story into a murder story, but who cares as we cut back to the story. So he basically didn't make anything murder.
No, wait. Continue reading.
How many slides is the... Oh, 3, okay.
Slides? This is a page.
No.
Read. These are pages.
Oh. Okay, hold up. Let me find the paragraph. Joe... Wait, what? Joe just slowly walks away from Raven because, he doesn't want to hear what he has to say and just continues on with his life. Joe says to himself, "The only information I got from him, that he is an ugly idiot. In which way of the mountains is. Like, come on, anyone can look up and see where a mountain is." So Joe decides he will go to the mountain and get high ground of land. He's at a mountain now. There is zero context in between. He just teleports.
Yes.
Joe got nothing. No information about the land, no nothing. The only thing he saw was a purple mist. Sounds like Frozen.
It was enchanted forest, so I just wanted to do that.
He's at the bottom of the mountain now. Yeah, that's right. You went up there for no reason. I just add stuff to the story for no reason at all. Now I'm at the bottom of the mountain. I can still see Raven still rambling on about his past. How many girlfriends did he have?
I think, 7. I don't know.
I don't know why he's still continuing the conversation even though I left him, but yeah. Joe walks up to Raven and asks sarcastically, "Hey, are you done?" Raven replies hastily and says, "Yes." "You weren't listening." Joe, thinking he doesn't want to anger this raven-like creature, and decides he was able to hear him the whole time and tells that lie to Raven. Raven is delighted to know that he was listening the whole time, and decides to actually tell him where he needs to go. Yeah, that's right. He was gonna tell him an entire story for no reason, but I just realized that this part of the story, words bold and italicized, it just makes me talking to the baby. And the baby doesn't even understand this, so what am I supposed to do about the story, the next part of the story? just could be like blah 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 blah, and the baby would be like, yeah, it's the best story I've ever heard. Blah blah blah. What? I'm a vampire. Blah blah blah.
What am I, a vampire?
At this point, he decides to you're not. I'm not saying blah blah blah. Oh my god, I'm running out of breath, and I've only said this much. Joe looks around and sees dozens of goblins gambling inside.
Wait, you didn't even read it. You just paused.
Because I couldn't breathe.
No, you gotta read the... I'm not saying blah, 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 blah that many times because, I was using voice typing. And so now it's just a chunk of the story's missing, and now we're at a tavern. Perfect, done. Now continue.
Joe looks around to see dozens of goblins gambling inside because, they love money, like Mr. Krabs. The baby giggles. Joe struts up to the bartender and asks where he could find the magical healing fruit liquid thingy that he can use to heal his grandpa, I think. The room goes quiet. Everyone had heard what Joe said. A very couple of strong, beefy, and looking goblins stand up and say, "Hey, I could take you there for a couple of shillings." "Oh, cool." Joe replied, "Oh, cool," and follows the goblin. I'm so scared. What's about to happen?
It's beautiful.
I'm so scared. It was at this moment that he knew. It was at this story when he asked somebody how the long story has meant. Oh, I guess I did that now.
Okay.
When he asked somebody how long the story has to be, and they say, keep in mind that it has to... hey, how long does it has to be? How long is that? Slides. I am doing slides with exactly going on here. There was a radio silence as I can no longer hear them, so yeah.
You deafened. So I didn't know what to do.
I am literally so scared now. What's about to happen to Joe and these freaking goblins?
Let me just edit. I went all the way down. Don't go down. Bed. Continue reading.
I'm so nervous.
Continue reading.
We are not in a deep, dark, dangerous, hazardous, monster-infested cave, which was originally called the Happy Cave before it had to be renamed for branding purposes, in which now it is called
that.
That cave.
Let's go. Continue.
So I said Bat Cave, and then I said Birmingham Cave, and then I just said that cave.
No, I said that cave. You thought Bergenhand, and I was like, Bergenhand? My pan's burning now.
I said Birmingham, but okay.
Continue.
I just got information that this
confirmation.
Theme,
wow.
So I can work with it. Confirmation. This has to be a murder theme, so the stories and takes a turn for the worst as the goblin decides to do some murder and kill our dear-old Grim. This is, you know what this reminds me of? So I was watching this video, and in the video, they were talking about the Dark Crystal movie, and they were like, this is not a plot twist. This is more of like a plot that does whatever it wants to. This is basically that.
Wait, the odd one's out. Exactly, yeah. You feel ashamed, even though I want them to. Okay, next. Go. Continue.
Sorry, I have to go back. Okay.
Right.
Hold on, why did I... The story takes a turn for the worst, and the goblin decides... Wait, were there two goblins or one?
Just one. The beefy one. The one from the tavern that was so beefy.
Oh, I thought it said strong beefies. I was like, wait, there's more?
You've read multiple words wrong, and you've skipped a ton of words.
Because I'm literally, like, out of breath.
Just keep going. The goblin runs off.
The goblin decides to murder and kill our dear old grandpa. Uncle Grandpa! The goblins then run off just somehow to find the grandpa. Joe apparently doesn't care about the killing of this grandpa and goes straight into the cave for no reason. Let's not question it, okay? As he goes into the cave, he stumbles upon a troll guarding a door inside the cave. This is stupid. Laughs. The troll says, "You must answer my many riddles in order to pass." Joe says, "Okay, yeah, sure, bring it on." The troll pauses for a while as he tries to make up a riddle. On the spot, Joe notices this and just walks by him, open the door, opening right behind him the door. So Mr. Julian doesn't have to make a riddle up on the spot. You should have really made a riddle.
I don't know.
And I wanted to solve it.
No, you're bad. You would read ahead and cheat. Okay, continue.
Why is the baby letting Julian this? Like, the baby is laughing at this. This is the best story they've ever heard. I'm serious. The baby is crying out in laughter. Can babies do that?
Yeah, babies cry out in laughter. They giggle.
Yeah, I don't...
They giggle. Continue.
Give me a second while I make my pizza.
Your
with
pizza?
My Lunchable. The
Wow.
door surprisingly easily with no creaking sound at all. There must have been a lot of WD-40 in these medieval times.
Are you pausing or are you...
I'm eating.
Why?
Because I'm hungry.
Yes. Just read the damn story.
You would think that there is a creaking sound, but it doesn't. That doesn't make sense.
But it doesn't. It doesn't make a creaking sound. You would think it would make a creaking sound, but it didn't.
On a pedestal in the middle of this large cave is luck chest that he did not.
I don't know, it does. Because you can't pronounce words.
I'm eating. Hold up.
Yeah, let's wait for you to eat.
On a pedestal in the middle of this large cave is a locked chest that can only be opened with a key. And instead of being, a normal writer of a story, he thinks of the easiest way to open a chest. Joe ponders to himself, it's just an ordinary wooden crate, so I could just smash it onto the ground. Yeah, what if it said fragile on it? Would you still do it?
Just do it, just continue.
And he does. Inside is this the dark crystal?
No, it ain't. A stone. Just continue. Come on. Go.
Leave me alone.
You're eating.
I'm hungry. Inside a rare gem called a stone. This name was, however, has not and will never be changed for branding purposes. Why?
I was thinking Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
What?
Don't question it.
And it always has been called the stone. Jose.
What? Where's that?
It says Jose and rushes back to his grandpa's house.
Where?
Right after the sentence that I just read.
I think I'm looking to. Oh. Joe rushes back
to his grandpa's house to see the goblin, opening the door and gunning
it inside. Yeah.
Joe barges in with the clear sight of the goblin sticking a knife into the grandpa's neck. Joe says, "Don't do it, you won't." But to his surprise, he still does it.
Do it, you won't.
Does it. But to his surprise, he does slit his throat and the grandpa is dead. Now, While the goblin has the time, it proceeds to steal a bunch of stuff and jump through the window, even though the door is still open. Joe knew the goblin would show no mercy and just magically heals the grandpa with the A stone. The end. Why? The baby is happy and content with story and goes to sleep. Buy this story today on Amazon. Link in the description. Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Failure to buy this book will
Salt in
also,
a...
Come on. Also, Mr. Julian killed the baby, by the way, just in case you didn't know.
Okay, that's it for today's episode of Will We or Won't We? Thanks for watching.